Weary Wednesday. Time for the picks. We're going to go ahead and get through it. Get it on over with. Got a live show. Things that hit the news. It's crazy. Very crazy. So let's go ahead and take care of this. But I will tell you, I didn't fare well at all this week. Not at all. 7-9 on my picks this week. 7-9. Terrible situation. Terrible. We're going to take it at the top. Bills and Dolphins. That is Thursday night football. I went against those Dolphins last week. And they got me. They got me. I'm rolling with them this week against the Bills. That should be a good one. That's a rival game. Thursday night football. So I'm going to roll with them, the Dolphins. Okay. Seahawks and Patriots. Patriots at home, they just came off a big win. Win I didn't even believe they were going to get. And they're playing the Seahawks. Seahawks is not all world. I think they did win last week. But they're not all world. They beat the Broncos 26-20. But Patriots at home, they're coming off that high. I'm going to roll with them against the Seahawks in week 2. Chargers and Panthers. This should be an easy one for me. Panthers got a lot of problems right now with the young quarterback, Bryce Young. He's running for his life. He's got to make acrobatic plays. Not only that, their defense is a little suspect early in this season. They lost to the Saints. Saints put, 47 points on that defense? I think the Chargers, they lose last week. No, they actually won. They beat the Raiders 22-10. So I'm going with the Chargers against the Panthers. I still can't get over that 7-9. That ain't a good start. Not a good start. Colts and Packers. I'm going with the Colts in week 2 against the Packers. Obviously, y'all know Jordan Love is out. He done got hurt. I think if he was in the lineup, I'll be picking the Packers. But since Jordan Love is not there, I'm going to go with the Colts. And watch the Packers still win that game at home. But I'm going to go out on a limb. Colts just lost to the Texans. So they should be eager and ready to try to get that win. They don't want to go down 0-2. So I'm going to go with the Colts. Jets and Titans. I'm going with the Jets on that one. Just lost. Aaron Rodgers. Pretty sure he want to come out with a better showing. The whole team. And the Titans at home, they lost to the Bears last week, and they're at home against the Jets. Jets gonna take that one. I'm going with the Jets. I'm going with the Jets. Roll this down one. Raiders and Ravens. I'm going with the Ravens. Ravens at home. Lost a big one to the Chiefs. They're hungry. They're foaming at the mouth. They know what they should be doing this year. They're not going to go down 0-2, especially playing that one at home. It's not going to happen against the Raiders. I like the Raiders, but I think that task is too big for them. Ravens going to be one of the teams that's going to be all the way to the brink. I mean, if not the championship game, the game before it. So I expect them to come out blazing. So I'm going with those Ravens in week 2. Bengals and Chiefs. That should be a good one. It seems like I always pick the Chiefs. I'm going to go with the Bengals. That was a shock. That was a complete shock, them losing last week. I didn't see that one coming. But the Patriots, man, they looking pretty good so far. I knew they'll be better than last year. But if you told me they was going to beat the Bengals in week 1, I'd have took that bet, and you see I lost it. So I'm going with those Bengals against those Chiefs. You know what? I'm going to change that. I'm going with the Chiefs. And the only reason why I'm changing that because the Chiefs are at home. Chiefs are at home. We all know how hard it is to beat the Kansas City Chiefs at home in Arrowhead. I don't see that happening. I was going to go out on a limb and pick those Bengals, but I'm not going to do that. Chiefs at home, too good. Too good. Let's roll this down. Bears and Texans. That's going to be a good one. 2 young quarterbacks. We're going to see a doozy on Sunday Night Football. We're going to see a doozy. And of course, I'm going with those Texans at home. Primetime game where we always talk about them getting up for a game like this. In the past, we know what happened. Every time they had to try to get up for a big primetime game, something happens. They end up getting embarrassed, or they end up just losing the game, or having the game in the bag and letting it slip away in a matter of minutes. This team is different. They've changed. They're going to capitalize on Sunday Night Football. And I almost want to predict blowout, like kind of a high-scoring game. We're going to see if that's going to happen. I'm going to say the Houston Texans are going to put up 34 points. It's going to go down 34-17. That's going to be my prediction, 34-17. We'll see if that happens. But yes, Texans in week 2 at home on prime time. Take this thing back up at the top. 49ers and Vikings. 49ers and Vikings. 49ers. 49ers. I do want to pick those Vikings. I'm not going to lie to you. They're at home too. Justin Jefferson, they've been playing good. But 49ers defense is too tenacious. Brock Purdy last week. Just a team in general. They're tough. They're real tough. I'm rolling with the 49ers. And I'm struggling right now. I'm starved. You know, I need some kind of easy win. Not saying that's an easy win matchup, but I need some easy wins. We're going 49ers on that one. Week 2. Giants and Commanders. Commanders. Going with the Commanders. Yeah, we got the misfits over there with the Giants. I got to go with the Commanders at home. I think they lost last week. They should be trying to get a win. Make sure that they lose last week. Yes. Buccaneers put it on them. Yeah, Buccaneers put it on them. Buccaneers. They're going to be coming up too. Got to make a big decision on that one. Saints and Cowboys. Saints, y'all did impress. I will say y'all impressed last week. I don't know if that's good enough for me to pick y'all against the Cowboys and they're at home. But you know what? I'm going out on a limb. I'm going to say the Saints are going to drop the Cowboys at home in week 2. Saints, I'm jumping back on board with y'all. I know I've been on and off. Y'all showed me some last week. I'm rolling with you this week. Saints over the Cowboys. Browns and Jaguars. Jaguars at home. They lost last week. That surprised me, of course. Browns. Deshaun Watson. Same old stuff, man. I don't know. I just don't know. Just going with the Jaguars. And what we always say, even though they're in the Texans division. All right? Going with the Jaguars. Buccaneers and Lions. Was that a fluke by the Buccaneers last week? Winning a big game like that? Putting up that amount of points? Was that a fluke? Detroit Lions at home. Coming off a big win against the Rams. I'm going with the Lions. Lions in week 2. Rams and Cardinals. Going with the Rams. Just talked about it. They just lost to the Lions. They'll be ready for that one against the Cardinals. I would like to see the Cardinals win it at home. But they lost last week, the Cardinals, when I picked them. So I don't know if you want to call me bitter or what, but I could have used that win. I'm not with them this week. I think the Rams are a better team. A lot of young talent over there for the Cardinals, but maybe they're just not ready yet. Not trusting it. Got to go with Rams in week 2. This is another one I thought I had a for sure win. Then the Steelers, a team that I should have been picking anyway, found a way to win. Justin Fields. Now it's up in the air. Don't think Russell Wilson's going to be ready. Players, I guess you could say former team. He only was a pit stop, and then he was gone again. But playing against the Broncos, I'm pretty sure he would like to be in the lineup. Play against a little former team, show him what he got. There was chaos over there with him. He felt like he wouldn't use the right way. It was a lot of talk, birds chirping, Sean Payton. It was a whole wash over there. So I know he would want to be in a lineup, but I don't think he's going to be in a lineup. It's going to be Justin Fields. And you know what? They won big last week. I'm rolling with them this week. Against the Broncos at home, week 2, I'm going with Steelers. Down to the last one on Monday Night Football. Monday Night Football. Falcons and Eagles. Of course, we're going to go with those Eagles. Of course, we're going to go with those Eagles against the Falcons. Falcons are good. They got some young talent. You know, how long will it take them to get it together? Will they moving like a well-oiled machine, or will they ever get to that point where they're moving like a well-oiled machine? When you got Kirk Cousins over there, you just never know. Wishing them the best, just not on Monday night. Fly, Eagles, fly. That game there, I want to predict another blowout in this game. And when I say blowout, I mean like 21 points or more. 21 points to me is a blowout. You get 21 points up on a team, that's usually a sweep with a goose egg, but even when you score, you just give me that gap in point difference, got blown out. So we're going with Eagles against the Falcons. on Monday Night Football. You can't get no more prime time than that. So 7-9 last week. I'm kind of embarrassed and disappointed by that. But sometimes you just don't know how these games are going to go. Some of them look like shoe-ins. You like, oh yeah, they're going to win this game. And then something happens. But that's what you love about football, because anybody can win on any given Sunday, any given Thursday, any given Monday. That's just the way it goes. And sometimes you're just taking a good gamble, but usually my picks are pretty good. And we're going to see in week 2 what it's going to bring. But 7-9 out the gate, when I told myself this year we're going to stay well above 500. And be honest with you, I would love to ace the picks at least one time. Well, I get them all right. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it's impossible. I don't know. But sometimes I feel that lucky. So yeah, hopefully I get to witness that at least one time. One time, 1 year. Just get my picks right across the board. Just in 1 week. That's all I need. Well, the picks are in. Y'all let me know what y'all think about them. Good, bad. Would y'all go in a different way? Does it look like above 500 in week 2? We'll see. So y'all enjoy yourselves. Weary Wednesday. Hump Day, some people like to call it. In the middle, G.S.Q.H, Goodymo Sports Quick Hits. And we are out of here. Appreciate it. Thanks for your time. Peace.